Welcome to the Poor Man's Gourmet Kitchen, where we share gourmet recipes at a low-budget wonder. Now check this out. Here I've got about a 4-pound boneless ribeye roast. And these are very easy to prepare. And all you need to do is throw down a little bit of olive oil and work that in with your hands and cover the entire roast. Now all you've got to do is hit it with a little bit of kosher salt and pepper. And again, you want to just make sure you hit all sides of the roast. Make sure that it's completely covered. And you can add things like chopped garlic, thyme, even some rosemary if you prefer. But just salt and pepper is enough to make a great boneless ribeye roast. But today I'm going to do something a little bit different. Outside, I have a small electric smoker, and I'm going to add some mesquite wood chips to the pan here to add a little flavor. Now this smoker isn't designed to cook the roast. It doesn't put off enough heat, but it will change the outside texture and give it an amazing flavor. Now if you don't have a smoker, you can completely skip this step, but if you've got one, I highly recommend doing this. It only takes about 15 minutes before you see that smoke start pouring out. And after the first hour of smoking, I usually check my chips and make sure that I still have enough in there. So this is good to go. I'm going to spend about another hour before I go ahead and remove the front face and check my roast. After about 2 hours of smoke, you can see the color has changed and it's darkened quite a bit. Even the texture's changed. Now it will cook a lot like an aged steak. Now normally you do about a 15-minute higher temp roast, but I'm going to pan sear this instead. And you only need to spend about a minute to a minute and a half on each side is all, over medium heat, before you flip it over. And you just want some nice color like this. And you can turn it up on its sides as well if you want to, but I usually don't do it. But because this is a boneless ribeye roast, you want to lay it down on a rack when you're roasting. And whatever oil and juice you've got left in the pan can just baste the top. Now you're ready for the oven. Now I generally set the oven temp at 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and it can take as long as an hour and a half to cook. But it's safest to go ahead and probe it and use a thermometer so you can regulate the internal temp. And I usually set mine around 125 for medium rare. And this particular roast is a little bit thinner than others, so it was ready, hitting 126 with under 40 minutes, which is pretty fast. But it's done. So make sure you're regulating your temperature more than you're counting the seconds ticking by. As you can see, this thing is beautiful. But the most important thing at this stage is to make sure you let it rest so that juice inside that roast can coagulate. I usually just cover it with a bowl so you can see the sides are vented so the heat can still release. And after a good half an hour, I'll cut off the heel. Tell me that doesn't look perfect. Now if you don't like your steak still mooing, you like it a little more well done, just up your temp time, no big deal. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. The rest of you know what to do. Share, 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 and get on over to the Google Play Store and download my app. Now let me show you the other side is just as good. And there you have it. Boneless ribeye roast, right here in the Poor Man's Gourmet Kitchen. Thank you for watching, and be sure to stop by PoorMansGourmetKitchen.com for more recipes and exact ingredients.